What's going on, everybody? That is the Nerd Plate once here again, and this time it's going to be a little different from what we normally get into. Normally, we tackle anything RPG related, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, talking about movies. Also, the Snyder Cut comes out in 7 days. Can't wait for that nonsense. But today, I'm doing something completely different. Something that my co-host Rockman, shout out to Rockman, was probably gonna hate because it's something that he does not fare too well in. We're talking about sports. I'm not here by myself. I'm joined by a litany of respectful, responsible brothers, all three of which whom sports opinions I actually value. And when I say value, I listen to. May not necessarily respect your opinion when you say it right there, especially one of you. Uh, but let me go ahead and introduce everybody. I got QJ, brother I've known for many moons, avid 2K player. The only dude I know who can turn off the shot meter on 2K and not miss a shot.
Damn.
Like, it's the most frustrating thing to play against this dude because I already know it's gonna be Trey Young with some Rudy Gay, whatever it is. But dude, don't miss no shots on 2K. I can't stand you, but I love you. Welcome to the show, my boy.
Man, it's good to be here, man. It's good. Like I told you, man, I had to clear the schedule to get up over here.
I say, bro, it's been a long time coming. Next, another gentleman that I play 2K with. The only Celtics fan that I know to this day, like the only Celtics person who's diehard, straight up 100% Celtics. When I first started playing 2K with you, he was a big man, and that was 2K18. 2K18.
Yep.
He's always gonna be one of the more obnoxious Alabama fans that I know. You don't have to apologize. It's okay. It's okay. I love you anyway.
Okay.
But I'm gonna introduce him, Tide Nation.
Yes,
Brandon, welcome to the show.
Appreciate
my boy.
it, man. Appreciate it, man.
Finally, this nigga. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all right.
My blood, always a fan of the show, always a friend of the show. Yeah, I don't really respect his basketball opinion sometimes. We argue a lot. Most of our arguments usually happen in the gym, which is even funnier because I don't know if you've ever noticed it, but you can see people around us looking at us. Like,
I don't care.
Why are they yelling at each other like that?
Because your basketball takes they make me
hilarious.
They make me
hilarious. CEO, founder, and president of BYNK Radio, hottest podcast network in the nation. I just want to let y'all know that.
Thank you.
You can check him out every Tuesday on Government Name Podcast.
What a doozy this past week, huh? You want your draws with your dick holes, don't you? Because I want mine with dick holes.
Oh my god, bro! I actually do have an email coming to y'all about that very topic.
Got you.
And on the shoot thing. But Cole Jackson, welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I can't believe you had me on a sports show because we really do go back and forth on these sports takes, man. So I can't 100%. Wait to see how this is gonna go on sports gaming too, on college sports gaming.
Right. So I'm glad you mentioned that. We all know why we're here. This announcement that happened in February. So this episode is a little overdue, but most of the scheduling was due to me. But NCAA 20, well, we think it's gonna be 21, but NCAA football is coming back. It's coming back.
I can't wait.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes. Long time. What 14? 14.
14. Yep. With was it Denard Robinson?
I think so.
I think
so.
Michigan State.
To this day, man, I wish I would have kept a copy of that game. To this day,
I still got mine.
To this day, I got a couple of homeboys. They still play this game like it's the latest game out.
Me and my homeboy actually stopped talking because of this game for a long time.
It is serious.
What happened?
we was man. So in my old place, man, we used to man, that used to be the spot. Like everybody used to come over and we used to sit around and just do tournaments and stuff like that. So I got beat on a BS pass interference that I'm still mad about to this day. And I'm like, the game cheating. He's like, oh, you wanted him. And I'm like, no, cuz like really, like I didn't touch you, dog. Like I didn't touch you. And he was like, man, you just, it would get serious. It would get real serious in there. Man, we stopped talking for like a month.
I mean, if you think about it, though, college football in the South is like that. Uh, you two can attest. Whenever the Iron Bowl's on, I usually get kicked out of the group within the first quarter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man,
Pretty much.
college football is like, man, it's like
It's religion.
it's religion, man. Especially in the South, man. It's religion, man.
It's really here because we are from Alabama, but it's because we don't have any pro teams. So Auburn, Alabama is the pro team.
Right.
That's the best we got.
And Alabama, what do we have here other than good food?
You go watch the Falcons play. You don't want to go see the Falcons?
Oh, we're straight.
Not since
No. He's not wrong.
Not
We do
since
go
they
to
blew their lead.
we go to the
I ain't gonna
Falcons
go-
games. We just go for the other team.
We go to Atlanta for other reasons.
Right.
And it's not sports related.
Woo.
Six Flags.
Right, Six Flags.
Not
Yeah,
Falcons.
we ain't still no Falcons.
Ooh.
To be honest with you, last thing, to be honest with you, I've always felt like the NCAA football games were just better made games than Madden. To me, you know what I'm saying? They were just better.
Facts.
Just better. Like the recruiting, being able to like build that team, do your legacy team and stuff
Dynasty,
like that.
all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like all of that, bro. Like that was just like way better than
The best part about Madden is I can bring my player from NCAA to Madden. That's
To
probably
Madden,
the only
yep.
thing I needed Madden for at this point.
I just think that with college football or that game, it's just we all fall in love with the whole format of it. Like you said, like the recruiting, the whole like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the whole
Experience.
the experience. That's what
Yeah.
it is, bro. Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like we grow up watching. Like I grew up watching Auburn my whole life. My dad, huge Auburn guy. I'm a huge Auburn guy. My grandfather, huge Auburn guy. So to be able to simulate that on a video game, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, cause like say like for instance, Auburn was trash last year, but if the game came out, I'd be number one.
We still gonna pick Auburn.
Auburn number one.
Right. We still gonna pick them.
I can live my
Right.
fantasy. You feel me?
Hey, and look, it did. I don't know if you guys used to do like me, especially like if Alabama lose to a team, I go NCAA and play that team and beat them.
And play that team and beat them 72-0.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all used to do this when I was younger? I remember I used to play a season and say I lose. And right before I lose, I cut the game off and retry again. So I can be undefeated.
Go over there and unplug the cord like,
It's
nope,
my 8th time playing Alabama.
not today.
Yeah, I would do
I
that.
ain't losing that.
Yeah, no problem. I ain't getting.
So where does everybody sit on the where we are at QJ? We already know Auburn all day. I'm glad you're here, my brother. War Eagle to you.
But look, I'm still realistic now. Like I'm not one of them.
Of course.
Obnoxious.
No. I just want to know what your team is when the college football season start. Where you going?
Auburn all day.
All
Auburn
day.
We got Harson's in there. Hopefully he can turn the program around.
Look,
But
'cause I'm sick.
we'll see what
I'm
happens.
I'm trading my Gus Bus wheels in. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I threw the Gus bus away
The first
about
year.
5 years ago. So I saw how he handled that national championship game. I was already done.
Wow. B, go ahead.
You already know, man. Bama man, roll tide, Bama nation, tide nation, whatever you want to call it.
Goodness.
You know,
Right.
We here. We want to see what Bryce Young gonna do.
Hey,
Hopefully that Joker. Matt Jones. I ain't gonna lie, man. Matt Jones had a heck of a season, man.
he had heck of a help.
Well, he did, but he had two of the best receivers in the nation and lost one of them and still didn't miss a beat. So
This is true.
hey,
And y'all got one of the kids I used to mentor, Kool-Aid, coming from Wait, not Hueytown. I don't know. I don't know where he went to school, but the boy Kool-Aid supposed to be next best thing. So I'm looking out
I'm
for
gonna go
him.
look him up then. Yeah.
I don't know his actual name because I've only known him as Kool-Aid.
I'm pretty
He
sure. I'm
must
pretty
smile
sure
all
that
the
people at
time.
Alabama call him Kool Aid too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cole, you probably the only other outstanding person.
I am a huge Florida State fan. I've been a Florida State fan
Wow.
forever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know, man. I can't name no people on there because y'all probably don't know him. But Mike Norvell is our coach, so that means something, right?
Hey man, y'all had James Winston.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. I actually went to that national championship game when they played Auburn. I got to watch that game.
Man, that
Stealing,
game, man, that
stealing
game
crab
hurt me.
legs and hearts, boy. I
Cole,
tell
that
you.
hurt me to this day, Cole. To this
Hey,
day.
you
To
should
this
have,
day, man.
bro. Like you should have been there the first half, man. When I was there, and then we seen that first half, and I was like, they about to kill us. And
It
then
should have been
James came
no
out with that
disrespect.
magic.
Famous
No
James.
disrespect. It should
We
have been a
strong, you
blowout.
strong.
It should
No,
have been a blowout.
you
They let
right.
their foot out the gas.
Yeah, you right.
Mhm.
Gus started playing conservative.
But
And
I
then
don't
Winston
know.
woke up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like he got cussed out and he was just like, I'm finna come out here and just kill these boys. And he came
But
out there and
to
played.
be honest, man, I give it to him. I'm gonna tell you why. The coach in that game, they really helped Jameis out. They started calling a lot of routes, a lot of the quicker routes, quick slants, stuff like
Get the
that.
ball out of his
Build,
hand. Yeah.
Right.
build his confidence up. Because first
Yeah.
half, Jameis Winston was looking like this
Well, that's because
on
Like
the
a dead,
sideline.
like a
that was
dead
that,
head.
that
Like
was
Three
the
and out
year. That was the
on the
year
sideline.
y'all had one of the best D lines in the nation. Like
Right.
y'all D line was like nobody can mess with them.
D-line, O-line too.
Yeah.
That team was
D-line
tough.
that was a tough team, bro. But
That team was tough.
pulled it out, man. I
Y'all
don't know
did, man.
who got paid, but I think I take
Gus.
Gus, right.
yeah.
Boy say I got Nick Marshall.
But that was one of the best games though, man. One of the greater title games, BCS.
Word.
Wasn't
Word.
the best, but it was one of the good ones.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I bet.
Look. Don't. I ain't gonna. I'm not trying to be mean, but enjoy it because that was probably the last one for a while.
Yeah, we're
Cause
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that program.
your boy
Look.
that plays for the coaches Texas
Texas
A&M.
A&M. Yeah.
Yeah, he left.
Jimbo.
And Jimbo left, man.
Jimbo.
What
Yeah.
people don't understand is Jimbo knew he was leaving, didn't really tell nobody. He took a lot of his people, a lot of his coaches off the recruiting trail 3 weeks ahead of him leaving. So I
Yeah.
mean, when you got stuff like that going on, bro, like what else can you do? Like he left them high and dry.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm gonna round it out. Unfortunately, I didn't grow up watching college football, traditional college football. My dad went to Miles, so I only knew Miles College and the SWAC for the first 10 years of my life.
Oh, so you was a band fan. You do like the band. It's like
He was watching A&M too.
I watched
Yeah.
A&M, but
And
it was pretty much Miles College in my family because that's where my dad went. Started growing up, being around other people, didn't really pick between Bama and Auburn until I met my wife. Say what you will, whatever makes my house
tell
a
Kim,
little.
thank you, Kim, for
Kim, I
bestowing
did like you.
knowledge into this
Look,
young
I did
man's
like
life.
you, Kim.
A wise man once told me, whatever you can do to make your house as peaceful as possible, go with that option. So I was like, yeah,
I think that was one of the greatest
do that.
executive decisions you ever made.
You could have became a Bama fan. You could have,
I'm pretty sure I was a Bama fan at some point, but love conquers all. So I do claim Auburn, but unfortunately for that, I graduated from UAB, so I am a Blazer at heart, but I keep Auburn on my mind. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, look at that. I like that. Bars, nigga.
Right.
man, you
Double
don't
entendre.
go with that.
Hold on,
Double
let me-
entendre. Don't ask me
Hey,
how.
hold
You
on,
feel me?
Let me jot that into my notes in the phone.
Man.
But let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, we're all overly excited about the game.
Oh,
But
yeah.
let's go back to the original lawsuit. Since none of us played college sports, to my knowledge, I don't know. How do you feel about the whole athlete likeness being paid blase blase. We know it happens. We know for a fact it happens. We just don't have that haha, I got your red-handed evidence that you need to convict, but we do know it happens. How do you feel personally about the subject?
Honestly, like, are you saying like, do I feel like they should get paid or
No,
what?
no, no. How do you personally feel about it?
They should
If they
get
were to
paid.
not. Okay.
They need to get, like, that's the thing, man. Like, I think for a long time the NCAA has, like, really, these rules that they put up
Mhm.
are bogus as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these people, a lot of these kids is going to school, they can't even make money off their jersey sales, and and a lot of these schools make tons of millions of dollars. Pay them, bro. Like, I don't see the problem. Like, give them a stipend off of whatever's going on with the game. Like, they deserve to get paid. I don't see, like, and you got these people like um just on ESPN saying, well, like, going to school and getting a scholarship, that should be payment enough, getting an education. Man, kiss my ass, bro. Like, honestly, like, pay these people if they're making the game. Why not give them something off of that? I've never understood I mean, a lot of people say that being in college is more of like an amateur. It's supposed to be amateur sports, but I'm like, it's 2021 now, and especially what's going on in California, with them possibly not even being a part of the NCAA anymore in the next
Right.
couple of years. Pay them. Just give them some money so they can get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
you on the
Yeah.
game and they can't even get no food. Like, that don't make
Yeah,
sense to me.
Yeah.
man, I agree. I agree with Cole, man, wholeheartedly. One of the
So
stories
too.
I think about is just Shabazz Napier.
Ooh,
You hear the story
Word.
about Shabazz
Ooh,
Napier. He talked
word.
about
man.
how he could, how great he was at
Mhm.
UConn. Like, he wasn't no screw. He was a star player.
Right.
Yeah.
But he talked about how he couldn't. There'd been nights where he couldn't eat.
Right.
It's like Shabazz Napier, like. And then another example, like you were saying, like, and I agree. I think the players should get paid because they are using their likeness.
Mhm.
One year, I saw something saying Tim Tebow jersey sales was either number one or number two, right
The number two.
behind like Kobe or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Jersey sales. Correct me if
Real
I'm wrong.
real quick though, but what's funny, and I don't know if y'all ever even watched the interview or that first take when he was on there talking about the situation, them getting paid.
Mhm.
Like, he was it kind of felt like he wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of like, well, that's just gonna keep NCAA instead. That's just gonna turn them into like pro sports, and we don't want that. I'm like, bro, like, you could have gotten paid. You
About to say
didn't make it in
you.
you
Well,
didn't get
first,
he didn't make it in the pros. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody thought he was.
about to say Tim Tebow was a bad example because one, I never really
He
trusted him.
Oh,
well,
That's just
I'm
that's just
with
me.
you. I'm
well,
with
he's
you.
I don't know. I think Tim Tebow he probably could say that because he's satisfied with how much glory he got. And I don't want to say like that's his
It's pictures
intention,
of him
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
crying
Yeah.
in his
he got a
last
lot of
championship, though.
clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a lot of clout,
He do.
and probably him saying the money might not have meant nothing to him because he has so much clout he had. But what
And
about
then
the kid? What about somebody like Shabazz Napier or
Word.
some of the other?
Tim Tebow
Man, I
was
know some of
different.
the cats that went to Auburn. Man, my cousin, he went to Auburn. He said, man, these people from the slumps, man. Like, this one guy come from nothing, bro. Like, nothing. Like, he went to visit him or picked him up, have nothing at the house.
Right.
Right.
And like, he living better at Auburn.
Like,
Yeah.
But
just to use a school.
again, bro, like you said, you touched some good points,
Oh
Cole.
shoot.
Like, you talked about, man, you think about how much tickets cost. Man, how much it costs to go to the Iron
I was about
Bowl?
to say
How
thank
much
you for
it costs
bringing
to
that
go to
up
the Rose
because
Bowl? You know what I'm saying?
let's
These
see.
these colleges making so much money, man. Like,
Right.
so much money not to pay none of these kids
Okay.
is bringing in revenue for you.
I got to. I say I got a stat for you. Alabama's total athletics revenue last year is at 177.5 million. That's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
last year, and that's a record setting because it was only down 174.3 million in 2019.
And you
So
already getting plenty of money for kids,
Yeah.
paying
I'd
into
say
school too.
kids sponsorships, of course, because Alabama is sponsored by. Mm, but I'd say good 50% of businesses. Well, not 50% of
Well,
businesses
most of them
exclusive.
are alum, though, bro. Like, that's the
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Most of
saying.
them
You
are
got
alum.
givebacks from your alumni society or whatever, but still, uh, if you go to Alabama right now and you bought the whatever Devontae Smith's jersey number was, that's going to Alabama. That ain't going to him.
Right.
So the school is still making money off of you even when you leave.
And they making money off people outside, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man,
So, but
how many Bama fans you know that don't go to that school? And I'm
Ooh.
just saying, just in general, how many
yeah.
Auburn fans? I didn't go to Auburn, but I went to a couple games. So you got to
I
think of
say I
that too.
went
You
to
know what I'm saying?
Auburn to
Like,
the games and shit, but I ain't go for class.
Word.
You know?
I just don't think it's. I don't think it's fair.
Of course not.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right, knowing
But
how
So
they,
much
but
revenue
hold on,
they
but
bring in.
they have agreed to paying them, right?
I haven't kept
That's
up
The
with
that's
Pac-12, right?
well
Was it just the
that's why the
Pac-12?
game is coming out, because the NCAA has agreed to put for their likeness to be paid for.
I don't know the details but the lawsuit's been settled. I
yeah,
don't
I was
know
about to say
the
it's been
details.
settled. I don't know the results of that settlement though.
Like as
Yeah.
far as like kids getting paid for it, I don't know, because the current rule, the only real place that's like kind of don't have to go by the NCAA rules as far as like kids getting paid is California.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in the West Coast, but I don't know about all of these other all these other places. I don't know how that's working, because
Yeah.
the last thing that I heard was for them to be able to do a licensed NCAA game, they would have to go to individual schools and get written permission from every school to be able to do that.
Well,
I
you
heard
know
something
they
about Notre Dame. Did y'all hear
well
about Notre
Notre
Dame?
Dame opted out. Notre Dame's
Yeah, that's
out.
what I
Oh
heard.
wow.
Notre Dame's out. Northwestern out, and Tulane is out. Them the three
Northwest.
schools.
Okay, who
Who
cares? Who
who
cares
cares
about
about those
Northwestern
three
Tulane?
schools?
Yeah, exactly.
I
But think
care about
about
Notre Dame because of the history and the
right.
helmets.
But think
But other than
about
that,
this.
Do
Think
you
about it.
though?
If they say Alabama, let's say Alabama's out.
just come out with an SEC game.
I'm, right. Oh, you're right.
About to
I'm
say
just playing.
more people will play that anyway.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, man. But I mean, but so I mean, what can you say? A lot of people they be like, I mean, you want them to be paid for their likeness. You want them to be paid for. I mean, how many people get paid off their likeness, and then you gonna say, "Oh man, nah, you good? Yep. Huh? Take this free scholarship.
Hmm, that's true.
What?
And a
You
meal plan.
And a meal plan
and a meal plan?
And a meal plan.
What
A
in the
meal
world?
plan. Which means your meals
for
are rationed.
for for
Ain't
four
no
years of your
seconds, bro.
life.
Ain't
You
no
can't
second.
eat
You
this
don't get.
prison food. No, I'm just kidding.
You ain't coming back for a second round of pancakes.
There you go. And it's the thing is, man, and this is my last thing. And if you want to move on to the next question, you can. The thing is, man, like when you see these coaches get paid the way they get paid, even at like when Les Miles at Kansas, bro, like I think he just got fired. I think they
Did he
fired him.
just get in trouble for like touching or
Your touchy
contacting
feely.
female?
I mean,
Touch
it's Les
female.
Miles. I'm pretty sure he was fucking him out. But it's like you look at those types of coaches, man, and the kind of contracts that they get, and I'm like, Les Miles is not even that fire of a coach, dude. Like he got a fat contract to go over there to Kansas and coach.
Look what we paid Gus, and we just
I said,
fired him,
look,
and
we paid
he's
Gus and we
still getting
bought.
paid. He could be at
Gus
the
got a
house
ring, Gus got a ring though.
Yeah,
as
as
an
a
OC.
coordinator,
As an OC.
not as a head coach.
That's a ring. That's a
OC.
ring.
That's fine. But Gene
OC.
Chiswick also got a ring, but we know he didn't coach that team.
OC.
Y'all
Hey,
got the
look.
camera
So,
years fucked up.
somebody was overseeing that cat. He wouldn't make calling them shots. Somebody was overseeing him.
He had to turn his
He
reports
wasn't
in
calling them shots.
on Friday before the game on Saturday. Don't worry.
Cheese and can be like, hey, we not running that.
All I'm saying, man, is I think that a lot of these coaches get overly paid for some of their stuff,
Of
like
course.
for some of the things that they do. But you got a lot of these kids that come out of nowhere, man, like
Yeah.
literally out the mud, and they need like a lot of these
Something.
cats they don't make it.
Right.
Like a lot of these cats don't make it. What they gonna play in the XFL or something? Like get out of
Right.
here with that, man.
They
Like
don't.
I just feel like being able to get them something to be able to make it through school makes a whole lot more sense than paying these coaches these like it ain't but a few coaches in college football that deserve the money that they get.
Right.
And
Yeah,
let
only a
me,
handful. And my thing is, you're not really losing much, man. The NCAA makes so much money, man.
Of
It's
man,
course.
nuts.
stupid money, man.
And we
It's
ain't even talk about just the merch. I'm just looking
yeah.
at ticket
About to say,
sales.
and I'll go back to the school.
Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy, man.
But I'm gonna say this too, and we been like you said, we can move on. But I don't know. You remember Matt Brown? Matt Brown used to be on Sports Nation, and I follow him on Twitter. And he got a right now he a publisher at Extra Points. So that basically they cover everything outside of college football that's like off the field stuff. But one of the tweets he had put on Twitter, he was talking about the release date, possibly for the release date of
Right.
NCAA game, and he was talking about July of 2023. Now I know we were like, man,
I believe it.
2023, man, release that on 21, but
Oh no.
but but you gotta think about it. You know, it takes a long, like we say, it takes a long time for them to negotiate the contract
Yeah,
for the
it's a
player
lot of
likeness
stuff
and stuff.
behind the
So there's a lot
scenes.
of
Yeah,
stuff behind it. So
Yeah.
by 2023, they should have all that stuff together to
In, this is all in
pay the
theory.
players. Yeah, it is all in theory
In
too.
theory,
So yeah,
because I'm pretty sure there's gonna have to be a group licensing uh contract somewhere where the schools will have to sign
yeah, with the CLC,
some
right?
release of rights or something. But you know,
I
We
don't
shall see,
care. Just give me the game, bro.
right?
I, I
hey,
do too.
I told Brandon, I said, man, it could be a copy and paste and bad. I don't care at this point.
Ooh, oh
You
no,
could be,
man.
you
Hey
Okay,
could
man,
no.
be.
I'm with
Look,
them though, man. Just
Hey,
give
I
me,
am.
hey man,
release something,
change the
we
Ravens
build
to
from there.
Alabama. I don't
It's been
care.
10
I'm
years.
so glad.
It's been
I'm so
7
glad that you
years.
say that because there actually is a college football game. It was out 2 years ago, but nobody heard about it because it wasn't advertised. Two, nobody liked the man who was on it. Doug Flutie's
Doug Flutie.
Maximum Football
I knew it. I knew it.
2019 actually came out,
Right,
and it was a
maximum. Yeah,
completely playable game. I was sitting in the group, and do you remember we roasted it for a good 30 minutes? Because the graphics still look like they came from the Xbox 360 days. None of there was
Peter
no
Rattler.
team.
bro.
About to say there was no team that was official. You can play with the Oilers or
Yeah,
like you said the
yeah.
Rattlers and stuff like that.
The Kansas City Bandits. Oh yeah.
That's terrible. So what
So
is this?
right, you buy just imagine you as a kid and your grandma, hey baby, I got you this game, and she gives you Doug Flutie's Maximum Impact. First of all, I didn't respect Doug Flutie when he played real football, and he played for my favorite team, the Patriots. Still don't care. To hell
Bro,
with
look,
Grandma had to
I,
square up.
that's like a gift one of your uncles that don't really know you like that give you.
right.
Yep. He had to square
hey
up
Like
too.
We got
you know,
nephew,
look, you know how you be 15 years
nephew.
old and buy you Beyblades. It's like,
I
I'm
got it for
15.
you,
I'm not 10 no
nephew.
more.
I've been thinking about you, nephew.
Nephew, I got these Beyblades for you. I'm driving like tomorrow. I'm 16.
right.
Beyblade,
I
Oh,
got
he,
these.
he the uncle that show up to eat every
Right.
Right.
holiday.
Like you
You
know,
don't
you
know.
really don't have much relations between, like you don't really know them like that.
That's just
How
your mama
old are you,
brother,
nephew?
but you like,
You about 12?
what's up, Aunt?
Oh, you 15, nephew.
He also gets you the same pair of shoes every year from the same man who also got you Doug Flutie's Impact Football.
Oh, he get
Or
you
you
the
just
one to read.
he just buy you stuff that isn't useful at all. Like
Right. It's actually more of an inconvenience because you now own this product and you don't know what to do with it.
Here's some Reeboks, boy. Here, take these Reeboks. You like these, don't you? Wear these. They
Well, I'm finna
coming
wear
back.
this.
They coming back. You go
or some
Coming.
K Swiss.
it's okay, Swiss.
My brother still wear K-Swiss and he love them.
Okay, Swiss, boy.
Hey, knock 'em, boy.
Damn.
Also, with Doug Flutie's football, did anybody else play BCFX?
No.
Okay.
I think I did because I used to work for
About to
GameStop.
say,
So
you and me have that in common. We work for GameStop.
I had no choice.
Oh
I
yeah,
actually saw.
you gotta know the games. You gotta
I actually
recommend and what
saw.
not to recommend.
Oh no, that was not a game that I was gonna ever recommend to anybody because that game was awful.
Hey, that game used to sell though. Like people legit cause where I was working at the GameStop I was at, it was predominantly black people. Then they was like, man, I fuck with this.
Right.
I fuck with this because they wanted to play
Really?
A&M and
So
State. Yeah.
for the BCFX, y'all two don't know, it is just as good. It is the NCAA, but it's all the HBCUs.
Mhm.
So
That's cool.
if you want to play with A&M, you want to do you want to make a Magic City Classic in your house, you can make it happen. I
Oh,
do.
good.
They
Yeah, I
had Battle of
mean,
the Bands on that game too.
I'm
Like
about
they
to
had a
say
little
the Battle of the
halftime.
Bands was a legit mode that you
It
could
was
just
like
watch halftime shows.
Guitar Hero.
What? What's the name of this? I'm finna look this
Why
up.
did I never? Hold
I've
on,
never
bro.
heard
It's
of
It
called
was
this.
the
like I think if I'm
BCFX, the
not
Black
mistaken,
College Football Experience.
yeah, I think the
It came out
halftime
for the
was like
360.
it was like Guitar
BC
Hero. If
Mhm.
I'm not mistaken, like
FX.
yeah,
Bro, why I never saw this
Bro,
game?
I've never.
Came out on the Xbox 360 in
yeah.
2009.
Bro,
Bro,
why I never
seven.
saw this? Hold
This
on.
up says 7 years.
Why I never saw this game?
Bro, I'm kind of disappointed in myself.
I'm disappointed too. I'm
Don't
weak.
feel bad. Don't feel bad because
Because it was Doug Williams, wasn't it? Doug Williams was
yes,
the one
Doug
that was like,
Williams
"Hey, come out here,
come
play the
out here and play some football.
BFFX."
Was it trash?
It wasn't. It wasn't
Or
good,
you
but it
just?
wasn't
Or it's one of those
bad.
things you just take it
It
as what it
sound.
is. Like,
Yeah, you kind of take it as what it is.
You
But
can't.
like
Yeah,
in this day and age, in 2021, do you think we need a black college football experience, especially with All Star Weekend last week, and they, made a big deal about HBCUs, which we should make a big deal of.
yeah.
None of us attended
do you think we
HBCUs.
need a full game for HBCUs?
No, I would like the
Or
game.
like
Well, it's a
it'd be
double-edged
cool
sword
to
for me.
incorporate. I think they should put, just keep it all in one game, but
But see, if
incorporate
you
some
do
of
that,
the.
it's not going to be fair because let's say let's just say me and B gonna play. B's gonna pick Alabama. All right, I want to pick Alabama A&M. Most of my family went to A&M. Alabama A&M is gonna be like a 59.
But
And you can
Alabama's
make
gonna
a
be
league,
like
but
a
you can make a
98.
league where it's like, hey, let's just start a SWAC league. You
That's
see what
true.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's workarounds around that.
Of course.
well, not every HBCU is D1 either though. It's
Of
not
course.
but a handful of D1
It's
HBCUs
only
also. I think it's important to have games like BCFX because hey man, we got to know we got
we know what we're
eventually
good at.
with the movement going on with a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
five stars that's looking at going to HBCUs.
HBCU.
HBCUs.
Yeah.
I mean, in a minute, I think a lot of those HBCUs are gonna be able to hang with like some of the big boys. Like this is a crazy college basketball year. Gonzaga's like number one in the
Number
nation.
one in the tournament.
Yes.
But Gonzaga always had a good team though.
Well,
Yeah, but number
I think
one,
what makes
But number
it really
one
they've
though,
been number one before. What makes
Yeah.
it crazy is that Kentucky is trash.
and Duke is trash.
well, they got hit by Corona, hit them kind of hard, and
They did.
one of their best players was like, "I ain't playing. I'm going to the."
He's
yeah.
right. I'm just going to the league.
And I think that has a lot to do with it too. A lot of these kids they get
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah,
You looking at Luka
especially
Doncic, you
especially
looking
like
at
they just
LaMelo,
started
you
that G
looking at
League stuff, like you
Mhm.
just said, like the people getting paid now. So I can skip. Okay, I'm gonna go from high school. Okay, my whole experience of going to college is to go to the NBA.
yeah, because a
Or
lot of these cats they just go to school for the first half of the year. You know?
right.
Right.
They go to class
Right.
for the first half and then basketball season.
Then they just hoop
once
for
that
the
over
rest of
with,
the
they
time.
just-
So if,
They
if I'm
dip.
if I can skip college and go to the G League and make $1 million, that's the whole point. Might as well get some money involved.
But Cole, I do agree though. I do want to say I do agree about that. So I do change my say. I do agree they should have a separate game just because there are a lot of HBCUs that aren't D1 like you mentioned.
Let me
Are
throw
they
something
putting
out
D?
there. Let me throw something. I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me throw
Yeah,
something out
go
there.
ahead.
Would you guys play an HBCU basketball or football game if it was made by 2K Sports? Would that change your mind about playing it or buying it at a good price? Like, let's say they sold it for like $30.
Yeah.
Why they gotta sell it? Why do they need to sell it $30? Why can't they
Here's the
release it
thing.
as a full game?
I mean, they did back college football experience. They
I
sold it
would.
at $30.
I understand
I-
that, but in this
I
time, we
would-
need to be equal.
Here's the thing. I would
Equity is what I'm shooting for.
I would just for the culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm about to say,
I'm gonna tell you
who's
why.
the other person making this
Just
game?
for the culture. But other than that, I mean, I think more people would buy it if the best players actually went there.
Of course.
I know a lot
Yeah.
of people like Mike. What's his name?
Michael Williams. Yeah.
He talked about.
Like,
But can you imagine if? Because let's be honest. I mean, no offense to any other race. but most of the best athletes are black. All the best athletes are black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kyrie said, we built this league.
Can you imagine Kyrie Irving playing for Alabama State or something like that? Or
Howard.
Howard.
Grambling.
Like, how crazy would that be?
That would be amazing. But that's the thing, though, too. Like, so my biggest thing with that is, like, that's cool. But, like, we got the one and done situation that's happening now. And it's like, as far as, like, being able to enjoy college basketball players, like, we don't get to do that no more. Like,
right.
You don't.
It's cool to say that you did that. Like, it would be dope if Kyrie had did that. We would just get 1 year and that's it. And then he in the pros.
But you gotta blame the system. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is how it should be. I think you should either get a chance to go pro straight out the gate, or at least go to school for like 2 to 3 years. That's why college football is so great. There's a couple of reasons why college football. For starters, it's a week by week, which means the whole season for college football is a legit playoff, pretty much. Because you lose every game means something. That's why it's great. 2 is you get to see these kids for like 3-4 years because the NFL put a
stamp on there that says
right.
you need to
play. And a lot of that to do is a lot of these kids, they just it's a difference between grown man strength. Y'all know this. It's a difference. A lot of
get to the league and you realize you ain't as fast as you thought you was.
Of the sport. But I think the NBA or the NCAA or whatever the case may be, they need to come up because let's be honest, college basketball is trash. I haven't really watched college basketball in a while. Like, I'm only watching college basketball if I know a kid that's just fire. Like,
right.
So how do you feel about previous years? Like I can say this because I was a Derrick Rose fan out the gate, seeing him playing the championship or seeing your favorite player win a championship. I don't know if anybody's a Jalen Brunson fan, but
what does that really do for college basketball?
Not much. It's just it's an individual school based.
Exposed that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like COVID in the G League.
Well, yeah, the G League's not fair because them boys be hooping. Well, be grown man in there.
I say this too. Even like with college, college football, every person going to the draft, they more likely gonna be like 20, 21 years old. Mm-hmm. But then with as from basketball, you get penalized for staying 2, 3, 4 years.
And you also running a risk.
Yeah, and running a risk.
If you get hurt,
but
it's over with.
But honestly, man, like when you look at it, that's more on agents and stuff like that. Man. Like agents make the game dirty, bro. Like I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think of I can't even think. Can't think right now. He played for Duke. But he I think it was. I can't even think.
What happened with him? I probably know.
Is it I can't coach of the Sixers, his son.
Oh, Seth Curry.
Seth Curry. I'm sorry.
Seth Curry.
So is it Seth Curry?
Yes. Oh, you talking about Austin Rivers?
Austin Rivers. Did he play for Duke, right?
Yes, for a year.
So you remember he was actually kind of good. He needed
good. That boy was the number 2 scorer on that team.
But that boy had the best mistake. But go ahead, yeah.
But if he would have stayed an extra year, you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, bro. Like you hit it right on the head. That's been my biggest gripe. A lot of these kids is coming to the NBA. And I know we were talking about college football, but a lot of these kids they're not ready. Like,
right, of course,
bro. Think about it. What kid was really ready? They getting better now, but before, like the Trae Youngs and all of that. I mean, what one and done was really good. Like other than KD,
about to say
Kyrie. That I felt like KD. I felt like he was ready.
Kyrie didn't play as much though.
Kyrie, he played like 10 games, but he got an NBA, and I just knew he was ready. And LeBron, KG
didn't even play high. Didn't
but
even
it
play
ain't
college.
that many of them, bro. That's ready right out the gate.
Right.
Let me throw another example out there to you. That's probably a little bit more.
I got some examples myself.
I think Cam Reddish could have survived if he would have stayed another year at Duke. I think Cam Reddish would have been one of the top players and one of the top picks if he would have got another year seasoning. He's still out there. He's out in Atlanta right now, wasting away. And Cam Reddish, I don't even like Duke, The only reason why I watched Duke basketball was because of Zion, RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish. And Cam Reddish was
prospects.
Cam Reddish really was one of my favorite players because his game was fire.
Let me tell
He
you.
has
Let
a
me
lot
tell
of
you this.
upside, man. A lot of upside.
I know, like he did say, I know we're here talking about for the NCAA football.
No.
But-
This is a sports conversation.
Yeah,
Basketball
but,
is very much
I
heavy.
was watching an interview on some college like high school prospect going to college, and they was talking about who is the hardest person to guard that was in the draft. This was Zion and them out, and they said Cam freaking Reddish, bro.
He the prototype though, man. Look how big he is. Look at the ball skills he got. I mean, he's just a basketball player.
Yeah, man.
And he got the size.
And they counted on him for hitting a lot of big shots.
Yeah, he hit some big shots to do.
But another thing I want to bring out too. Now we're talking about eligibility, like how many years. Think about Steph Curry. How many years just because he stayed. Think about Damian Lillard. Just because he stayed. Think about CJ McCollum. Just because he stayed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of these cats leaving early. It's way too early. And that's why I felt like at one point the NBA was kind of getting trashed a little bit.
So I think it depends on that player though. I think it depends on the player because like you said before, now like the athleticism you can tell it's a whole lot better, or I ain't gonna say better. It's a lot different from what it used to be. Because what about players that stay or don't not stay? What about players that try to jump out there too early and they end up being washed? So Johnny Manziel for football and
that was
I think
Johnny.
Look, Johnny,
we're not talking.
Johnny went on the damn drugs.
Johnny Manziel, here's his problem. He already made the money. Like Johnny Manziel rich. He ain't really work. He ain't really work.
He was a cokehead. I'm like, cokehead, bro. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta start being real, bro. Y'all know that dude was a cokehead. Let's just call a spade a spade. Y'all sitting here, everybody give this man all kinds of excuses,
bro.
And we know what the problem was. He like to treat his nose, bro. Like he liked the white girl.
Oh my
he
god,
like the white girl.
Oh, bro.
And I'm the only one that's gonna call him out on it.
Hey, in all
for
seriousness,
basketball,
did y'all see what you about to say, Chris? Go ahead.
I'm trying to say, for basketball, it was gonna be
He said he was
I give you one for basketball. That's real good. Jimmy freaking Fredette.
Oh, Jimmer.
You remember
Jimmy
Butler?
He's going to. I'm about to say he over in China.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think that certain players made for college and certain players made in NBA. He was one of these college players. JJ Redick was a college player.
He played for the Bucks and he was the number one pick.
Think about Paul George. Paul George he wasn't no like college player like that, but he got to NBA. He's just a one-on-one guy. Some people they just NBA guys, bro. Like they got the skill set for NBA.
I can't remember his name, but he played for the Bucks. He was probably the most exciting player coming out in his year, and he tore his ACL.
Villanova. He went to Villanova.
Oh, I can't remember what college he went to either.
Man, we are completely getting off a video game. College.
We are, man. Let's get back on.
Can we get back on task?
It is, but it's gonna bother me. I gotta
write it down when you hear it.
Okay. We talked about Doug Flutie. So, March Madness basketball. Did anybody ever actually play those?
Why?
I did. I did.
College hoops.
I did.
I have.
I did like college hoops.
I did.
2K.
Yes.
2K. Yep.
I played both.
Yes. But I think I still have March Madness 07. I think that's the only one I kept.
I played both.
Once they put Blake Griffin on the cover, I couldn't mess with it no more. I was like, nah, you good. You had that.
That boy's a monster now. You respect him.
Like Blake.
Not in Oklahoma, I did.
Okay, so
all you do is dunk. But I played both. I played both. I mean, NBA Live and EA was still popping during that time. So, and then I like that you could
now they don't do that no more.
The player. So I played, but I just like playing a little March Madness mode.
Of course. It's kind of sad that EA used to be like the leader in sports games from hits like what they used to put out. Obviously, they don't do that now because NBA Live now. Well, actually, In contrast, NBA Live almost looks like a better option because 2K doesn't put out
But
half the shit that they supposed to. Go ahead. No, I know your frustration. Go ahead.
Get your VC up.
live can be
Get
so
your
good.
VC up. That's what it's
Live
about.
can be. We talked about this before.
Yeah,
Live has the
live can be so
potential
good.
just
It
because
be
they
my
the undercutter.
Yeah, it's just they don't have the technology, I guess, or the
They have the
creators.
technology. They just don't want to put the money into it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's better word. Put the money into it, but
Well,
yeah, man.
they stole, I think, 2 developers from 2K to bring it back.
Yeah, they don't
They
have
got
the staff.
they got fools from 2K to like show us how to. I mean, maybe they got the dudes that was passing out coffee or something like
I
that.
said
But
the dudes that was sweeping up in the back probably, but
they
Yeah,
literally stole 2 developers from 2K to kind of help them bring live back, and they still can't get it to work.
yeah.
I don't
I
remember
think.
if it was. Go ahead, B. I'm sorry.
Nah, I was just gonna say, man. I think
Oh, Q. I'm sorry.
what the I don't know. EA was at the top for so long, and I kind of see this happening in 2K. They getting complacent,
Mhm.
and it's just ain't nobody competing right now. But somebody gonna come. Man, you can only stay at the top for so long.
You're
You
right.
know, delivering mediocre stuff. Like
I can't remember
somebody
if
gonna
it
come.
was
But EA was at that
2K20.
spot. I think 2K20.
I think it was 2K20, but y'all remember in the group where NBA Live had a new animation like added to their system every time? Because remember they put I forgot the white dude who used to do the jelly layups,
Man,
and
yeah, I
then
remember.
they was getting
Yeah, I remember
goofy.
when
Oh
EA.
yeah. I know you're talking about. I
Man,
know you're
yeah, I
talking
remember
about.
when EA when Live first brought the freestyle stick.
Ooh,
Oh
ooh,
my God. Change basketball gaming forever.
Man,
ooh.
I
you
remember
start
having Allen Iverson or Steve Francis just
About to
you
say
start
beaking
talking
folks.
everybody.
Bing is all you hear. Bing.
That freestyle stick was so serious. EA, that's that stuff, man. EA
but
like I don't know, they're
they
still
just dropped
creative.
off.
They can't develop a great product. They still
Mm.
got the
So
ideas, they still got the
one of the
I don't know, it's just the
conversations
product's trash.
I usually have with my co-host, which he doesn't know sports games, but he knows this. What if EA was to bring back the Street series, but like not the current Street series because current Street games are terrible. FIFA Street is awful. But do you remember playing NFL Street 2 and NBA Street
Yeah.
3 or
Yes.
any of those? Do you think EA should take a movement away from the traditional NBA and just go back to that? Because that was when Big, yeah, I
Yes,
think it
it's
was EA
big.
Big was Big Games was their main proprietor. Would you care to see that, or would you prefer them to keep digging in and out because 2K is just going to crank out something that's going to be a VC, a money grab, just make you pay your VC, pay your way to greatness?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if y'all was on Twitter, but somebody put up like a fake picture of like an updated version of NBA Streets, and niggas was like it was like NBA Streets 2020, and everybody was like, make this. So,
Imagine Kyrie Irving on NBA Street.
bro, I'm telling you, me personally, yes. Those were some of my best. Those were some of my even Homecoming. I played Streets Homecoming. I thought Homecoming was decent. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But I got every one of those games, man. I
yeah.
used to love those games because it was fun. It was way more fun than having to play live or something like that. So I would most definitely purchase it. I'm give you my money tomorrow.
I was partial to NBA Ballers because that
I
was just
remember that NBA ball.
pure unadulterated niggardry.
Yeah. But
I
NBA
think,
ballers, they focus on more the hip hop of the game
yeah,
more
Right to
yeah,
say
than
they
yeah.
anything.
focused on the niggardry of the
Yeah,
game,
right.
unfortunately.
The big
I
house and
think,
the rims.
I
The
think EA. I
car,
think
the
that's their lane.
chains.
I think EA's lane is the street. You know, the street series. I think that should be their lane. I do think this though. I think if they want to revive their franchise, I do think they should take. I always said this. They need to take the Fortnite approach. Right? You just come out. This is what you do. You call your game live or just NBA Live. It ain't got to be no NBA Live. Just NBA Live. Right?
Right.
Come out. It's free. Boom. Whatever. And what happens is you have a player. Right? If you just build them up. You just have a part. You don't even have to create a simulation. You
I
just
think
have
we
a
talked
part.
about this too, Q. I
Just
think
have a
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
And what happens is you build up on it each year.
Hmm.
Keep the same engine, same game, but you make it better.
Yeah.
make it better.
So instead
You
of
might come out with a pack, expansion pack.
so instead of a yearly release, you want one game with just a DLC basically every year.
Right, and you
Like
work on that
like
game, work
GTA.
on making the perfect product. You see what I'm saying? Man, you got games out here right now,
Oh, trust me.
like Rainbow Six, right? Rainbow Six been out for how many years? Chris, you
5,
might know. Man, they still making
6.
expansion packs for that game. Like they
Yes.
still
Yeah.
updating that game.
Yes. I got
That game
Rainbow Six,
old.
and it's still dope.
I say Grand
They
Theft
could do the
Auto, they do the
same
same
stuff, man.
thing.
EA could do that same thing, capitalize while everybody's trashing 2K. Say, hey, we got this little product, it's free. Slide you in, of course, have your little microtransactions if you want to close or want this or that. But you just work on making a good product. That's what I think they should do.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about making a game. I gotta come out. 2022. Just
So
make
that I'm
one
gonna say
game.
that's
Expand
the
on it.
whole supply demand thing because we already know had we all had PS5s, we already know in November. All right, y'all got y'all 2Ks ordered yet? That's just the normal conversation that we have because that's all we know that we gonna get. We ain't finna play nothing else together. I mean, we only play Grand Theft Auto, but 2K is something that we know for a fact is coming out in November. Uh, which the only question is which version am I gonna buy? That's the only question.
I wait till it go on sale. To be honest with you now,
And
because
see,
it
I'm
don't.
like you. I'm
I
100%.
don't. They haven't done anything innovative in a minute. So it's like, why should I buy this game day one now? I used to
And
love
unless
day one 2K, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, they got to have, they're gonna have this, and this. But now it's to the point where it's like, as soon as it hit $20, I just get it for 20 on Black Friday or something. You
So
know it's gonna be discounted.
2K,
yeah,
probably 2K9 till about 2K18 was probably the last time that they kept adding. After 18, it's basically been a palette swap
Yeah.
because of 2K. I can't remember 2K10 actually, but we know 2K11, the Jordan edition. That was always going to be one of my favorite ones because
You
that's
could put
probably that's probably one of my most played ones. Uh, because when I was working at UAB, we used to bring that one and play that one.
and we did NCAA too.
Yeah,
We brought the UAB up.
that's
But
good. And
yeah.
that was NCAA 11 with was that the one with Mark Ingram on the cover? Or was that 2010? I can't.
I thought 12 was Martin. I could be
Yeah,
wrong though.
man, I'm gonna tell you what
no,
really.
2010 was Tim Tebow. Yeah, go ahead, Q. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say what changed college football for me, like gaming wise, was when the year they came out with the career mode where you create your man. I played that for so many hours, man. Like I was telling somebody, man, I made this before Cam Newton played the year before Cam. I said, man, I made Cam Newton before he got there. I remember making this buff, tall, huge quarterback that could run, they could do all this stuff.
My
But yeah,
only
man,
problem,
I spent so many hours playing that
the only
career mode.
problem that
I
I
think
had,
Road to Glory. That's what it's called.
yeah,
Road to Glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when it first started out,
That was
too real.
groundbreaking, bro. Like,
It was too
man, I
real
played so
though.
many hours on that game, man. Like
I didn't want to go
after
to class
practice,
at
man,
all.
after school, bro. Like,
It's like, do you want to go to class or do you want to go out and party? What am I,
man,
the
that was
number
like the
one pick?
best
I'm
thing they
gonna
could have
go
did,
party.
man.
Right. Okay, I'm glad you brought up Cam Newton. That's another question. So when NCAA, well, I say NCAA, I don't know if NCAA is going to be on the title or not, but the new college football game, who do you want to see on the cover? Not who deserves to be on the cover. Who do you want to see on the cover?
Mm,
Hmm.
that's a good question.
Gotta be Justin Fields.
Ooh,
I would
I
like
think,
That is not the answer I thought you were coming with, but all right.
Justin Fields is fire.
He is. That's not what I thought you was going to say.
yeah, I think it has to be a Heisman winner. It either needs to be.
See, my pick was going to be Devontae because Devontae was probably the most electrifying.
I think it either
I
needs
saw.
to be these three people.
All from Alabama.
Kyler Murray,
What Kyler Murray?
um, Joe Burrow, maybe Joe Burrow or Devontae Smith.
If Joe Burrow gets one, Cam deserves one too. Because
I it's so far away, bro.
it is,
You,
but
you know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
saying
Like,
we missed a
and
year.
look, I love Cam, bro. I think it's forbidden for any Auburn fan to trash talk Cam, no matter how trash you've been playing. But I just think it's too far. Like it's too far away.
That just signed a 1 year another deal. He okay?
Yeah, he good.
Yeah, but he ain't got no receivers or running back.
Yeah,
like I said, we finna rework the shit out this offense. I don't know how we gonna do it, but we gonna do it.
Man, Patriots need to spend money, man. But that's another that's another story.
Man, that's not bad.
I'm gonna leave it at that. They need to spend some money. They always had issues with spending money their whole franchise. But yeah, I just think I don't know. I think it needs to be somebody recent, or some if it's not a Heisman winner, somebody fired like you said, Justin Fields or somebody like a who else is fired, man?
Man, I think it should be somebody that dominated college football. That I'm talking about not just 1 year for for multiple years. And
Tim
Tebow.
Wow.
I mean, he's one of the I mean,
I don't want nobody crying on cover
though. But you can't go by that because Tim Tebow, he was not a good NFL quarterback, but he was one of the best college
players. He also had one of the greatest teams as well.
Yeah, he had the greatest team. He had Percy.
He had Percy, the Pouncey twins.
The Pouncey twins.
I put on there yesterday. He had Aaron Hernandez.
Cam Newton and back up. so I mean, I think
thieves, killers, everything on that team.
Oh, he was a thief too.
Yeah,
he was stealing too. So don't.
Cam was stealing.
I never said he wasn't. I just said they had murderers.
Okay, well put him in it. Put him in the mix. See,
look, this is my thing. I always said Urban Meyer. He always recruited thugs. He always recruited thugs. That he did. He recruited thugs.
But he also recruited greats. Can't say he wasn't great.
Oh, for sure. But they from the slumps too.
Look, or you can put Nick Saban on there. Since he dominated college football.
I don't want to see a coach.
I don't want to see a coach.
They don't deserve that.
I'm being biased.
Of course.
I think it needs to be somebody recent. It needs to be somebody recent. Keep it fresh. Somebody recent.
I like Justin Fields.
I like Justin Fields. Or a Heisman winner. Or somebody like you said that was just
Devontae
good.
Smith. Somebody do Devontae Smith.
Bro.
And I ain't being biased enough for real.
Oh no. That's what I said. I would agree with Devontae Smith because that boy just had.
I'm an Auburn guy. I like Devontae. So I like his story, man.
Yeah.
To be small. Because I played football. I was small like that. I mean, I wasn't, I ain't played for Alabama, but it's cool. I thought it was cool that he talked about his size in his speech, because there are a lot of kids that feel like they too small, and to see what he able to do and dominate like that at the highest level, that's pretty dope.
That is.
All right. It's two-parter. Who is your all-time favorite football player, and who's your current favorite? And you can go from college, you can go from pros.
All time.
That's tough, bro.
College talking about football?
Just pick some.
That's tough.
That's hard.
That's tough. That's one of the questions you should have told me before we got on air.
Yeah, that's a pre-production question.
I guess
you already know this.
I started off.
I need pen and paper.
I started off. My all-time favorite is Ray Lewis.
Killer.
And I love him off the field too, man.
Oh yeah,
off the field too. But
he's
all-time favorite Ray Lewis. And as far as current, I guess I had to go with I go with Marlon Humphrey.
Clearly biased Ravens fan here.
Yep, Marlon Humphrey. Yep. Marlon Humphrry.
No way he's a Baltimore fan.
No way.
There's no way.
I think
and it's a Ravens flag back here.
My all-time favorite player, like ever, it had to be Randy Moss. Randy Moss is like probably the greatest receiver I've ever watched play football.
Damn it, you took mine.
Randy Moss is amazing, bro. Like,
man, anytime your name is an adjective,
like I say,
you just got Moss.
You got Moss, and they say that to this day.
The frustration that I have because I work with kids, they always want to play Moss, and I ask them, what is Moss? And they be like, it's just a game. And I just have to hold my head in my hands like, bro, y'all.
Yeah, I just don't know,
Next
bro.
time they say this is what you do. You hand them one of these right here. You
They
go to
have
YouTube.
they don't look it up.
Go to YouTube.
I guess the all time would be Randy Moss. I think current player, and y'all probably gonna think I'm corny when I say this, but to be honest with you, I really like I felt it this year too, and I was like, this he's fire. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is fire, bro.
It
And,
was
and
guaranteed.
Very polished, man. Very polished player, man.
yeah,
Very,
I
he
would
fun
say
to watch.
Drew Brees caliber, but just better. Or okay, I'll say a younger Drew Brees because
I don't know if he better than Drew.
he had.
But
I think he will be.
he's clicking on all levels though.
like I think he's
He
going
click on
into
all levels.
his prime right now. Like everybody's kind of tripping off of him talking about he don't want to get hit, but I don't blame him. Like he's really going into his prime. Like if they would have had a better offensive line and a better running game, like they probably could have made the Super Bowl this year. Like he was playing his
That's
ass off.
fair. That's
Man,
fair.
let me tell you, look, what tripped me out was
Get Metcalf alone.
Chandler Jones was playing against the Seahawks. And I don't know if you saw it on Twitter or anything, but Chandler Jones playing against the Seahawks. And he was talking to the left tackle on the Seahawks. And he was like, bro, you ain't been watching film on me? He was like, I don't watch film. And that's the main reason why they can't block for that man. Because they don't
That's
be watching
tough.
no film, bro. That's tough, bro.
Yeah,
That's
That's
tough.
tough, man. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Q, you want me to go first, or you got somebody in mind?
Man, I don't even know. Of all time.
I can go. I'm ready.
I just went
go
with straight with my team, bro. So
That's fair.
if I had to think about it, I'd take all day.
Cause y'all already know who my favorite is. This is the most boring white man of all time, but Tom Brady, of course, will be my current favorite. Ever
He the
since
go, bro. He the go.
he
I'm sorry.
is. Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that because I've been told to not call him a goat because I'm biased. But
He
I
the
mean,
GOAT.
He the go, bro.
It's,
GOAT now.
bro,
let
it's
records
like
speak for themselves.
Chris is not even close. Ain't
Of
nobody
course,
got the level
I-
of success as him.
you ain't got to tell me. I know, but current he probably will replace my all-time favorite, which is always will be Randy Moss because I remember there's a picture of me when I first started going to camp and I had on a 2XL Randy Moss 84 jersey from the Vikings and it was dragging on the floor, but I was so happy. And if it wasn't Randy Moss, it was gonna be Adrian Peterson.
Mm,
Because I still got
man,
an Adrian Peterson figure when he was on the Vikings.
That's a good running back.
I ain't gonna lie. You can go back to that.
Solid
Talking about the
running back.
cover. I put AP on there.
Yeah.
It's so many people, man. That you can put on the NCAA cover.
The best season for him for me was when he tore his ACL and he came back the same year and
that's
broke
crazy.
the all-time rushing
Yeah,
league.
that's
I was
crazy.
like, this boy you can't stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
God-given talent, though. He had
Yeah.
God-given talent.
Yeah.
Just and pure unadulterated beast.
Mm.
So you don't want to just throw somebody out there, Q? I'm
My
really curious.
my all-time favorite, probably Deion Sanders. All-time favorite.
Prime time.
Because he just the whole package.
Yeah,
he was Showtime. He
ran both ways.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, man. At one point, he said he ran both ways.
I mean, he played offense.
Yep.
Play
Pause.
offense, defense. Like, pause.
I was like, not
But
Deion.
At one point, people were saying like he probably was the fastest man in the world at one point.
And he's part of that select club of two
sports
athletes. Yes.
Yeah. Probably
Cause-
Deion. Current, I don't have one, man. I don't have one right now.
Damn, I think
people I like to watch. People I like to watch. I really enjoy watching. I like watching quarterback play for real, and so I like to watch Mahomes, of course. Aaron Rodgers.
That's baby
His
goat.
ball placement is ridiculous. I like to watch Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, just because he's athletic. You know, he got to work on his arm and all his accuracy.
He'll be straight if he keeps playing. If he keeps training on the offseason.
I don't know, man. I think he got the work ethic. He might be straight. This is second year, man, not being able to throw outside the numbers.
Right.
Yeah, but like you got to think, man. When you watch him at Louisville, he really wasn't passing like that there. And
Exactly.
I think because he got a quarterback coach, if I'm not mistaken, last offseason, he got a quarterback coach to work on his throwing stuff.
Right.
And it really kind of depends. I think a lot of people don't look at it this way, but I think who is it? Hollywood? Is Hollywood Brown?
Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown, yeah.
I think Hollywood Brown can actually be a number one receiver, a fire one too. He just
He got a lot of potential, man. He got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I think what really helped Lamar Jackson last year was one, the system. Like, I mean, that system tailor made for him. Two, I mean, you don't really have a lot of film on him, on Lamar at that time. Now you got a full year.
Full year.
They scouting all your stuff. Now they got all your tendencies down.
Mm-hmm.
They got, you know what I mean? That's why they say first year you kill it, second year we'll see what you really made of. Because at that point they know, they got the tape on these professionals, bro. They looking at your tendencies. When he do this, they got the whole deal. But I think he gonna be straight, man. He just got to work on some mechanics. I heard Shannon Sharp say something like compared him to like Giannis.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I see what he's talking about. I don't know if I fully agree with that though.
He be kind of one of them. He had a hand in the studio too much for me.
Yeah.
I understand because it's like that young, like almost freak of nature type of thing where it's like you ain't gonna see nothing like this in a minute.
I want to ask y'all this: who do y'all think, if y'all had to, who would y'all rank as the most exciting college football players?
Like
I
now
say
or
top three from just our lifetime. Top 3 or 4. We'll do top 5 if you can think of 5. Just somebody you watch is like, this dude is exciting to watch.
Off the top 3,
I say he gonna pick all 5.
I feel like somebody gonna take my answers. Go ahead.
I know I got one of yours, B. I know I do.
Number one, I say Reggie Bush.
Oh,
Reggie Bush number 1. Because I felt like for every time he touched the ball, I felt like he was gonna score a touchdown.
That's because he was quick and fast.
Every time he touched the ball, I felt like he was the second person that was exciting. I don't have a particular order after that, like because Reggie Bush is as a college football player was in a class of his own, bro.
Playing with him on the game was not fair.
Who else? I used to like watching. I used to like watching Johnny football, bro.
That's number 3.
Was exciting. He was exciting. He was exciting.
When Auburn played him, he was the most frustrating player to watch.
He was exciting to watch. Tebow, of course. Tebow. Well, was he exciting?
No, I'm
not throwing Tebow. I'm gonna throw Tyrann Mathieu. Percy Harvin, of course, bro.
Percy Harvin, though?
Of course.
That's one of mine.
Of course. Percy Harvin. I'm gonna say Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, the honey badger.
Just a football player, bro. Football player.
That was back when the honey badger don't give a shit thing came out.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. That LSU defense was so excited. I couldn't wait to see them on the field, bro. They were scoring touchdowns and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who else I like? Cam, of course. Cam was exciting.
That's number 2.
I think that's about it that I can think of right now.
So I can say I agree with all those picks.
That's a hard question, though, man. Because it's a lot of.
I'm gonna go ahead and take one.
Percy Harvin was that boy was so fast, man.
I'm gonna sub out Percy Harvin, but I'm gonna put Julio Jones up there.
Who?
Julio. He wasn't excited. Though.
He wasn't excited. Not in that offense. They barely even threw the ball. They had a running back. He wasn't
excited.
How many times he dropped the ball?
He wasn't excited. But you got Julio. Let's not look at talent. Look at somebody that's just like, we know Julio's a freak of nature. But
that's why he was excited to be. He's like watching
the ball.
Yeah, when that John Parker Wilson at
JP,
he when he recorded, he was the game manager. What are you talking about?
Julio barely touched the ball.
That's okay.
But this your 5 though. My fault. This your 5.
Yeah, man, my bad.
My 5. Hey, tell me get out your 5, bro.
Oh, you good?
Get out that man 5.
Get out that man 5, man.
So y'all gonna see Ja Morant hit this shot from half court. I'm sorry. I enjoy watching Julio. Of course, I like watching Cam. Reggie, of course. You took Johnny football from me.
He still be Johnny.
Look, I like Johnny. Johnny was we knew he was quick. I just like to see him. He was a scrambling ass motherfucker because he was hard to tip. And I think I remember I think I was at my wife's house when they were playing Auburn, and I ain't never seen her dad stand up and like be mad at the TV, but because he's normally a very quiet, reserved kind of dude. But to see him stand up and be like angry at the TV, I was like, oh shit. And then you start watching highlights from him. I was like, God damn, I see why he's the youngest dude to win the Heisman. He might have earned it, but and he had Mike Evans, which was
Mike Evans was nice.
Mike Evans was that guy who's just like, yeah, you see my hand, just put it right there, Johnny boy. But Johnny liked to run. I'm gonna let somebody else go because I got to figure out my fifth player.
I don't have 5 to be honest with you, man. I know Vince Young was one of my favorites. Reggie Bush was fire. Who was the dude on Ohio State that played quarterback? And
Troy Smith,
Braxton.
Oh wait,
Troy Smith,
Braxton Miller.
Braxton Miller was my dude.
Braxton Miller.
Man, before Braxton Miller was Troy Smith, but go ahead.
Vince Young, that's a good one.
They moved
Vince
Braxton
Young
to wide receiver. I think the year after he was a quarterback. I think.
Hey, one more dude, and I don't know if y'all watched him play football or play or not. Michael Crabtree.
Yes,
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech, yes sir.
He could catch everything. He would he would destroy teams, bro. Like he was super exciting to me. I remember Michael Crabtree. I was like, yo, he gonna get in the league and be something. He ended up being a pretty decent player in the pros, but college, you really can't mess with him.
Yeah. Vince Young was special too.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been watching that title game. Was like,
is Crabtree on the Raiders now?
Crabtree don't play no more.
Yeah, he don't play no more.
He retired a Raider. Didn't
he? Done.
Okay.
Yeah, he done.
Okay.
Somebody snatched the chain.
Let me see, man. Let me see. Oh man, he took my Vince Young one. Let's see.
You can still name Vince Young.
Yeah, I do Vince Young. Vince Young, Reggie Bush. I do, man.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Go on, say it. Larry Fitzgerald was nice. I feel like he caught everything.
Yeah, man. I do. I receive from Bama. I ain't gonna say his name though, but that just just live. I'm just saying though, man. Every time
he got a new deal, you can name him.
It's like every time you threw the ball up in the air, Matt Jones threw the ball up in the air, you like, man, that's touchdown. Cause that dude is open somehow. He was inciting me. I'm sorry, but anyway,
we see the shirt.
Ain't gonna be biased.
It's okay.
Biased,
Hey, go show the viewers the shirt.
I ain't gonna be biased though. But anyway, I like you said it was a Vision on Reggie Bush, AP, Darian McFadden was good.
Yeah, Darian McFadden
was good. Yeah.
Both of them was him and Felix.
Yeah.
But I ain't never seen
Felix Jones.
never seen nobody run the ball like that. But
yeah. Who else was like? Oh, I'm when I say this, I'm really not being biased though. But Trent Richardson was exciting to me.
He still is.
It just
he ain't playing. What you talking about, homie?
I mean, not Trent Richardson. I'm sorry. Those people on the Titans name.
Man, why see? So you messed me up, man.
No,
so he still is.
Trent Richardson got fat. I'm thinking about Derrick Henry. I'm sorry.
Derrick Henry wasn't exciting as Trent, man.
He's more exciting now.
Yeah,
because he throws people away from him.
Shut up, Chris. Anyway,
he do
though, but I do my boy Trent like that.
Trent was fat.
Yeah. Eddie Lacy was fat, 250 pounds.
Yeah, about to say Eddie Lacy. He got on the package and they told him, bro, you got to shave about 200 pounds.
Eddie Lacy don't get me started.
I'm paid.
Eddie Lacy came to training camp 300 pounds.
I eat steak every day.
But
oh my god.
Yeah, like okay, cool.
a whole Jerome Bettis out there, but without the talent, but
That's tough.
oh, that's messed up. That's funny,
Oh,
man.
all right. I'm gonna wrap it up. We've been this has been good talk. I appreciate y'all. Of course, I'm not gonna ask y'all what system y'all gonna get the game on, cause PlayStation, probably PlayStation. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. That's the
No,
only
Okay.
way I can play NCAA. I can't play it on nothing else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't look right on Xbox.
Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna go along with still QJ's frame of a question, but I'm gonna change it. Can you name your favorite college moment in sports?
oh, easy, bro, easy. Brandon ain't gonna like it, but it's easy.
Brandon ain't gonna like it. I know, cause see, I know yours.
Yeah, we probably got the same one. Kick
See,
six,
I have a different. Your kicks, I like kick six,
kick
but
six, kick
I think
six,
I
man.
got a little
That's
bit more hype. I think it was Auburn and Georgia
when
when
he threw
Sammy
that
caught.
ball.
Yeah, we threw the bomb and they fumbled it and Sammy
Yeah,
caught it. Yeah,
Auburn had some crazy
my
moments,
I'm
wife
gonna,
man.
was
I'm
there
gonna
at the
actually,
game.
I'm gonna actually cheat on this one, man.
That's
What you
cool.
got?
I gotta cheat. So it has to be the year that Auburn was the cardiac kids. Remember that year when they was coming back from like
Everything,
they would be down
Yeah,
35 points, and for
it
some
was just
and they'll
destined.
march that and they'll.
they
Well, that
would have.
was the year we went to the title, right?
Yep.
I say that's the perfect year.
That was
But
the year we
that,
went to the title, and it caught
yeah,
up to us in the BC.
yeah. But but honestly, that season was probably like everybody was like, "How are they doing this?" And I was like, "You're right. How are they?" I still don't know
Cole,
how they're doing that.
Cole, and bro, I'm not. This not to be biased, bro.
Say his name.
I I've never seen to this day, bro. I've never seen no football team run the football like that ever in my life.
Me neither.
About to say
I
Bruh.
swear on my life,
that
bro.
year.
I'm gonna grow up and tell my kids, like, bro, 2014 Auburn. I've never seen nobody run,
I say
bro. We legit ran 3 plays, bro. I remember we was trying to run clock. We was trying to run clock on Missouri and couldn't, bro. Like, but we was just running up the score on accident. Cause I remember we
that
played
year,
Tennessee,
3 Auburn players was
bro.
in
We
the top
played
10 of
Tennessee.
rushing yards,
Bro, we
and then
played
it never
Tennessee.
happened again.
We was trying to end the game. Like we hand the ball out 25 yards, hand the ball out touchdown. But Gus had to kneel the ball on like the 2 yard line. We're like, bro, we
But we
done.
also had 4 running backs that were fire.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
Yep.
and I'm not saying that because I'm an Auburn. I've never seen nobody run the football like that ever.
Oh yeah,
Ever in my life.
nah.
Not NFL, nothing, bro. I've never seen nothing like that, bro.
I
Never in my
agree.
life.
At the end
It
of the
was
play, it'd
ridiculous,
be
bro.
like 25 plays, 24 of them run, one
I've
pass.
never seen it. Never seen it, bro.
But it seemed like every game they would be down like 20, 21 points, and the halftime is like, well, I don't know how Auburn's going to get out of this one this time around. And lo and behold, they'll come back and beat a
Bro,
team by 3 or something. You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Chris, all you saw was this.
But they had the weapons to do it.
Yeah,
It ain't like they didn't have the weapons to do it.
Bruh, averaging bruh.
by
Don't get
the
me
say
started, cuz.
Cameron out his pain. He's like, why would you go? What do you need?
Cap that was my dude, bro. Cap was my dude, man.
The
Cap it
I
is.
only
used to love
problem,
watching him.
the only problem was they tried Jeremy Johnson at quarterback, and he just wasn't gonna work.
Well, we can never develop. Never mind. We talking about
It's,
I'm
it's
finna
okay.
get
Yeah, I
mad.
know. Okay.
I know you said
All right.
moments. I know you said moments, man, but I've never seen that season, the cardiac
It was unique.
Auburn
Who was
team.
the other one? It
It
was
was unique.
it was Cap and Corey something. Can't remember his last name. But yeah,
Yeah, that season was crazy.
That was one of the most exciting seasons I had ever seen of football because they would be down it felt like every game they were behind and they would come back and win on some bullshit.
Think about being a fan of that team, right? Man, if I
like,
was
oh my
old, bro,
god,
I would probably had a heart attack.
the
I'm on the
cardiac
edge
kid.
of man, I used to be all kinds of emotions running through my I be about to die every week.
That's my favorite moment, man. That whole season with cardiac kids. I used to love that.
B, what you got?
I don't know, man. I got so many great Bama moments, man. But
Bama moment.
You know, it's funny. I picked that not because it was just an Auburn moment. It was just I ain't never seen
That's
no
just an
joke like
unbelievable moment in sports, bro.
that. I just never
you
seen
know,
that.
That's
Never
gonna go
seen that,
down as
bro.
like one of the best like football plays
I've
of all
never seen
time.
that
I got one. I
on
got one
that
for you.
stage either.
I ain't even gonna go Bama. Y'all remember? Y'all remember the Rose Bowl when Vince Young and Reggie Bush? That's
Man,
one.
what?
I did like the
Woo.
whole game was like a best moment.
Yeah,
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 That was like they were going back and forth,
I
Jesus.
bro.
agree.
Yeah,
I would
I
pick
say
that. I
that
would
without
pick
being
that if
biased
it
with
wasn't for
Bama.
kick six. Absolutely,
Yeah,
I pick that.
yeah.
Vince Young looked like he was jogging. He did, bro.
right.
Nobody looked like he was jogging the whole game.
That was what? Oh, 05, 06?
Something like that. Oh
Yeah.
Probably
six.
so. Yeah.
Jesus. But yeah, I mean, we could go all night about hilarious and amazing sports comments, but I'm gonna go ahead and close it out because again, I think this is as much sports as my listeners have ever had. If you've even made it this far, congratulations. You might have learned something today. Um, Again, thanks guys for coming on. Again, I want to have this same talk next year when we debating on if we gonna get NBA Live 22 or we gonna get 2K22. I want to hear. I want to. I want to hear. It. I know we're not gonna get Madden. Sorry, B. Um,
You still about Madden, cuz?
I like man.
Man, you should be mad. Like
I,
every year, you should be mad.
man.
that's what I'm
Look,
saying.
I don't be that mad about
That might be
2K,
better than
so
2K right now.
it's better than 2K right
It
now.
might be better than 2K right now.
Hold on.
Right.
I know you're trying to close out, Leroy. I do have one thing I gotta ask y'all, and I need to know where your head is. First of all, have you guys ever played Blitz the League?
Yes, I still have the cartridge.
Talk about the one where they jack they
Yes. And you can send prostitutes and everything.
To the opposing team.
I
Yes.
want that to come back. Would y'all play a game like that in this current climate?
I couldn't take that game serious, bro. It just looked like a whole parody to me.
But I mean, that's the thing. You could do steroids. You could actually kind of like
They'll pop your fingers back into place.
right. Like Blitz the League was like that was it, man. Like
I like the original Blitz. That was my childhood. The original Blitz, it was fire.
nah,
Blitz the League, that's all funny, bro.
that was just like you want to take these steroids before the game? Of course I do. I want to win.
Yes. I still got the original Blitz cartridge on the 64, but
I'm talking about the one that had like
He talking
Lawrence
about the
Taylor.
league. I know you talking about.
Right.
He talking about the one where they had Michael Vick on there, but it wasn't his name wasn't Michael Vick. It was like Mexico or something.
Yeah, Johnny Mexico
Yeah, but that was Michael Vick. Just in case y'all didn't know that.
in prison. He was in
Yeah,
prison.
it was the prison edition.
prison version.
The prison
Oh.
edition.
My God.
Bring that back. I like that.
Cole a savage.
Hey, look, that's all that is.
You gonna bring that back in an era
look,
where they
hey,
canceling cartoons?
Cole ain't want it back. He ain't want it back for the football.
Hey, y'all the ones that don't want to man up and talk about Manziel hitting them lines. Y'all don't want to talk about that.
Manziel probably was in the league.
Y'all don't want to talk about Cam stealing, man. I don't know what y'all
Look,
was about y'all.
I talk
Cole,
about
man,
that.
as all I'm gonna tell you something.
I like
All
to think
Auburn
about that
fans, it's
behind the
forbidden to
scenes.
talk about. It's forbidden to talk bad about Cam. I'm gonna
That
tell you
ain't
what.
talking bad about him. I would have did it too.
Look,
I need a laptop. I would have did the same
Look.
thing. I'm trying to learn.
Look, anytime Cam do something stupid or bad or be trash, we be like, look, Cam going through some stuff right now. I don't know.
Plus, it's better than what Jameis
That's every
Winston did.
Auburn fan.
Crab
But
things out of Publix.
Right. Cam trying to learn. He was trying to learn,
Jameis
brother.
was trying to eat.
You know, my dad's church ain't popping off like it used to. I gotta get these laptops, bro. Like that collection plate ain't got nothing in it.
Well, I mean, his dad told him wasn't popping, but it's popping now since he took that money from Auburn. But
And his dad cussed out
look,
folks that they didn't want
hold
to
on
pay.
now, hold up.
He was like,
How
"Hey,
you turn to Hold on, how did it turn to Auburn Bash Fest?
Since he took that money from Auburn, so
Go ahead, cut this off before it turn into that.
No, I'm
Before
not
it
mad,
escalated to
bro.
Auburn Bash.
All I'm saying is Johnny Manziel was doing coke. That's why he didn't make it in the league. And Cam stole on that same team with Tim Tebow. He was stealing. He was stealing to better his education. Let's just get it right. He was trying to better his education.
His ass whooped on camera.
Who?
Didn't Johnny Manziel get in a fight and get whooped on camera?
That was Dak Prescott.
yeah, Dak Prescott.
Oh.
Fucking with these, trying to fuck with these hoes.
Said a bar.
Hold on. Where was this? Where was
You
this?
remember that?
college.
Nuh-uh.
That was in
I don't remember
college.
that.
They was doing spring break.
Yeah.
Spring break, bro. I'm
Bro,
talking
you
about
know
he
how
was
big Dak
bloody.
Prescott is?
Them white boys weren't having that. They was not
Might be
doing
winning,
that.
but I don't know where you think you at, boy.
And you know what Dak did? He was like, "Don't you know who I am?" He pulled that move, and
He
somebody
probably
was like,
did. I'm talking about, and they was throwing hands on
They was
camera.
beating the shit out of him.
I'm talking about
I
throwing
was
hands.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
"Yeah."
Oh man.
Dak Prescott trying to throw hands and square up. You know he ain't even in real like that. You can tell by the suit he wore when he signed his extension with Cowboys. I was like, "Oh, you ain't real, cuz." Look at this
Yeah.
suit.
I think you're just happy to get paid. That's why.
Cuz, I'm telling you, Samir said I'm going straight in joggers.
Like, if I know that coming up here, I'm finna roll up in that bad boy. I roll up in there
I
with
ain't going
clown.
no
Suit.
suit,
I don't
man.
care.
He said, "Cuz coming
deserve
in a
this
whole
money."
jumpsuit, cuz."
What?
Y'all got my check. All right,
with the Nike slides on.
Yeah. I just got paid.
Hey, mess around, might wear a do-rag on y'all, boy. Like, bro. Do it like, bro, with a do-rag.
show up to the office like, who got my money?
Go to boy like, bro.
All right, but thanks, guys. I do appreciate it. Guys, if you're still listening, you can follow us on all your major social media platforms. That's at NerdPlay anywhere else. If you want to hear this conversation again, you actually like sports, let me know. I know it's not going to be much, but I had to throw it out there. QJB, Cole Jackson, I appreciate it. Anything y'all want to say before we sign out?
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And Alabama's the greatest football
Oh,
team.
Really, I was really expecting just Roll Tide and him to lead.
Oh, man. Here
don't
we
get me
go.
on Nick Saban calling people pimps, and he a pimp too.
Hey,
Here we go.
we pimping. Hey, just like Ludacris said, we pimping all over the world, baby.
Just ask Nick Saban how much he paying for me to be on his payroll.
That
We
car
finna go. We
He
gotta
paying the
go.
basketball. He paying the basketball team too.
That's that car dealership money right there.
But
That Mercedes.
look
Let me get some of
mighty
that Mercedes money.
Mighty nice.
We said
I've been Leroy.
Saban be cash
Two-
apping.
He said
Saban be like, how much?
Tua, Taga Beloit. You got a little Talia, right? That's you.
UA, right?
He be sending the what's your cash tag? I got you. I got you.
Hey, at least if we gonna pay money, we gonna win. Unlike Auburn.
Yeah. If you go gamble, you better gamble hard. I love that.
And over that's a wrap. They come from my boys. Brad, they come from my boys.
This has been another exciting episode of Nerd Play, and we'll see y'all next week.